Good morning, students. For 7th standard, today we are going to see a play in term 3. Okay, the play is there in your unit 3. So, this particular play was written by Charlotte Bronte. Okay, her name is Charlotte Bronte. So, let's have a small introduction about the poet. So, Charlotte Bronte was an English novelist and she was a poet, and she was the eldest of the three Bronte sisters. So, there were three Bronte sisters and she was the eldest of the three. So, she survived into adulthood and whose novels became classics of English literature. So, everybody do like her novels because she was very famous for her poems and also for her novels. And she was enlisted in school at Roe Head in January 1831 and she was aged 14 years. So her age was 14 years. At that time, she was enlisted in school. Now let's start with the play. Okay, so this particular play was divided in three places, and they have mentioned the story in three places. That is in her life. That is in Jan Eyre, who is the main character of this particular play, and her three parts of her life has been explained in three different places. So let's see one by one. And in this video, we will be seeing only one place. In the next video, we will be continuing with other two places. Now we will start the play, that is at Gateshead. Okay, so at Gateshead is a place. So in that particular place, how Jan Eyre's life was there. That is the main thing of this particular play. So at Gateshead. So Jan Eyre is a 10 years old girl. So her parents were dead. Okay, so she was living with her auntie. Her auntie name is Mrs. Reed, and also she was living with three cousins. Their cousins are Elisa, John, and Georgina. So here, Bessie is a girl who is a servant maid. So along these kids, and along with their auntie, Jan Eyre was living, and also there was a servant maid. Her name is Bessie. So now we will see how the story is going on in Gateshead. So now Bessie is asking to Jane, Miss Jane, so you today you keep all your mischiefs. That is, mischiefs means bad behavior. So Bessie is advising Jan Eyre, you have to go out of your mischiefs today. Mischief means bad behavior because Mrs. Reed, that is her auntie, she is in a frightful mood. Frightful means unpleasant mood. So she is not in a pleasant mood. She is in an unpleasant mood. So she was very unpleasant in morning breakfast. So you have to keep out all the mischiefs today. So like that she was telling to Jan Eyre. So Jan was telling she never takes notice of her anymore. That is, her auntie is not at all taking care of Jan Eyre. She is hiding in the sitting room whenever she is coming from the stairs. That is, whenever Jan Eyre is coming down the stairs, her auntie, Mrs. Reed, she is hiding in the sitting room. So now Bessie is telling, no, talking about Mrs. Georgina, and also Eliza. So you don't argue with these two people, and you will have the whole house in uproar. That is, now Bessie is advising Jan Eyre, that is, you should not quarrel with Georgina and Elisa, because if you start fighting, then all now the house will be in uproar. Uproar means lots of noise will be there if you are going to fight. So now Jane is telling, oh, it's not me who starts it. I will hide myself in the library with Uncle Reed's book. Okay, that is what she is telling. Always, I will not be the first person to start the argument with those kids. So I will always hide myself in the library. So she will hide herself in the library with Uncle Reed's book. That is, there was a book called Uncle Reed's book. With that book, she will be doing. She will be hiding herself in the library. So now what happens? Jan sits on the floor and looks through a picture book. John and Georgina and Eliza come there. So now Jan, what she is doing? She is sitting along with a story book. So at that time, what is happening? John, Georgina, and Eliza are coming there. So now John is asking, here she is. Now John is telling, here she is. Now Jane is asking, what do you want? Now John is telling, how dare to ask me what do you want? Come here when I call you. So now John is threatening Jan Ire, that is, whenever I call you, you have to come. You should not ask what do you want. Now, Elisa is telling, what are you reading now? So, actually, Jan Irie was reading a story book, and now Elisa is asking, what are you reading now? Now, Jan is telling Bewick's History of British Birds. That is, there is a book called Bewick's History of British Birds. So, she was reading that particular book. John was telling, show that book to me. So John was asking Jan Eyre to show that particular book to him. And now Eliza is telling it's one of father's book. You know, not one of these books belongs to you. Now Eliza is telling that, see, it is one of my father's books that you have taken. Okay, so and this particular, not even one of these books belongs to you. So she was telling, no books is belonged to you. It all belongs to us. Now John is telling, bring it to me here. That is, he is telling to bring that book to him there. Now Jan rises and cautiously go to John. Now Jan wanted to give that book to John, so she is waking up keenly and she is going near to John. John, now what he is doing is, you have no business to take our books. So now he is scolding Jan and telling that you don't have business to take our books. So he is telling and showing that that is their books, and Jan Haire have no rights to take their books. You are a dependent. Okay, he is telling that you are a dependent. Dependent means the person who is depending upon others for their life. So you have no money. So he is telling that Jan Ire have no money, and your father left you none. That is, your father did not even give anything for you. You ought to beg not to live here with gentlemen's children like that, like us. So what he is telling is, like a gentleman kids, you should not be with us. Okay, you should not be with us. You have to go and beg outside. Go stand by the door there, out of the way of the mirror and windows. So what he is telling is, you have to go outside the door and you stand near the door, that is going out of the mirrors and windows. Now Jan moves a few steps away because they insulted Jan much. So Jan was not able to stand over there. So she moved from that particular place and she was moving few steps away. At that time, what John did was John threw the book at her. So with lots of angriness, John scolded her, and also what he did was he threw his book on her. So what happened? John runs towards Jan and grabs her hair and shoulders. So what he did was he threw the book and also he ran near to her and he started to pull her hair and shoulder. So he hits her with something. That is, he started to hit her and she got hurt. So one or two drops of blood from her head trickled down her neck. So a few drops of blood started to run from her head and it started to drop near the neck. Eliza started to scream. That is, she started to shout. Eliza started to shout. Bessie and Mrs. Reed came. So at that time, hearing the screamy sound of Eliza, Mrs. Reed and Bessie came to that particular place. So now Bessie is telling, dear, dear, what fury to fly at master John like this. So she was telling why you are doing like this. That is to John she is asking. So fury means with an violence voice. She is asking John like this. So now Mrs. Reed is telling, frightful child, take her away in the red room and lock her in there. Now, Mrs. Reed is telling she is a frightful child. Frightful means that is which is a unpleasant or not good girl. So she is a frightful girl, and you have to take away to the red room. Okay, that is the room which is very lonely. So you have to take her there, and you have to lock her there. Now Bessie is telling, but Mrs. Reed. Now Bessie is asking why you want to do for that girl, but she don't want to tell her. So she asked, but Mrs. Reed. Now Mrs. Reed is telling the red room, do as I say. So you have to listen to me. So you do what I say. Now, Bessie, she didn't say anything because she wanted to obey her master words as she was a servant maid. Now, Jan, what she did, he threw the book at me. Jan was telling, John only threw book at her. Now Bessie, what she did was she come quickly. What shocking behavior for a young girl. So she is telling, you have to come, and she was telling that why they are giving a shocking behavior to this small girl. Now Bessie brings Jan to in the red room and leaves her there. Jan collapses to the floor and cries. That is, Jan was not able to tolerate this particular punishment because she was very good and other kids were very mischievous. So she collapsed. She got collapsed in her mood, and she started to cry, and she hears some noise and screams. So again she was hearing some noise and also the shouting sound. Now Jan is telling Bessie, let me out. So please leave me out, like that. Now she is asking, please let me out. Help me, Bessie. So Mrs. Reed and Bessie appear out in the hall. Now she is begging Bessie to leave her out, but she is not Bessie and her auntie, Mrs. Reed. They both went to the hall. Mrs. Reed is telling what is the horrible child up to now. So she was telling this particular child is a horrible child. Now Bessie is telling, Miss Jan, are you all right? Now Bessie is coming to the room and she was asking, now you are all right. Now Jan is telling, let me out, please, Bessie. So just Jan wanted to go out of the room, so she was begging Bessie to leave her out of the room. Bessie was telling, "Are you hurt? What is the matter?" So why you are telling like this? Are you got hurt? So what happened to you like that? Bessie was asking to Jane. Now Jan is telling, "I heard something. Please unlock the door." Because she was frightened because some shout and screams was coming in that particular room. So she was telling to Bessie, "I heard some noise. So kindly unlock the door. That is, open the door now." Mrs. Reed was telling, "Stop this screaming. I will not be taken by your tricks. Jan, I shall let you out in the morning." So now Mrs. Reed is telling that I will leave only in the morning out of that particular red room. So inside only you have to stay. Like that, Mrs. Reed is telling to Miss Jan. Now Jan was left in the room. When she wakes up, Bessie is sitting next to her. Jan is confused. So when Jan was waking up, Bessie was near to her, and Jan was little bit confused that why Bessie was near to her. Now Jan is asking, "Where Bessie?" Where I am, like that. Jan is asking Bessie. Now Bessie is telling, "It's Bessie Jan." So I am Bessie Jan. You have been asked asleep ever so long. Till now you were sleeping nicely. So it is a dinner time. So you have to it is a dinner time, so you have to come for the dinner. That's why I came here to call you, like that. Bessie was telling to Miss Jan. Now Jan is telling, "Am I ill? I feel so ill." So she is telling, "I feel very ill. I am not well." Now Bessie is telling, "Doctor has been and gone. He says it's fever." So already doctor has come there, and he had checked Jan, and he has confirmed that it is fever for Jan. Now Jan is telling, "Am I going to die?" So now Jan is asking, that is, he is going to die. Now Bessie is telling, "No, no, child, you will be all right within a week. You fell sick in the red room with crying, I suppose." So she was crying for a long time in the red room, and she started to have that fever. So she was suffering from fever. Now, Jan is telling, "It was not crying, Bessie. I heard some noise. I saw something." So Jan was really frightened, and she was telling, "I saw something in that particular room, and I heard some noise also." Now, Bessie is telling, "Don't upset yourself again. Now you have to take little rest." So she is telling, "Don't get upset yourself. You have to take rest only." Now Jan is telling, "It was Uncle Reed." So now she was telling, "It was Uncle Reed." That is that book she would have been read in the past weeks. So she was telling about that. Bessie is telling, "Shoo, no more talking. You have to close your eyes, and you have to, and I will stay with you." So she was the servant maid who made her to so she was giving a good company for Jan, and she was taking care of her very well. Now Jan is telling, "I shall never forget it." And Jan is telling, "I will not forget this help." And she is falling asleep again. Now Bessie is, "Poor child, I do believe it." So she is telling, "See, you are a very good innocent girl, and I will believe you always." Like that she was telling. So after this incident, what happened was, Mrs. Reed writes a letter to Mr. Brocklehurst, who is running a school. That is a person who is running a school. His name is Mr. Brocklehurst. Now, Mrs. Reed, who is Jan auntie, so she is writing a letter to a person. His name is Brocklehurst, and he was running a school in Lowood. So he visits a Gateshead. Jan is sent to load him. So now that particular person come to Gateshead, and from Gateshead now Jan has been sent to Lowood. So Lowood is a place where there was a school, and along with that particular person, Jan was sent along with him. Okay, so this was the first part of the play where we can understand that Jan was suffering a lot with her auntie and along with other kids. And Bessie was the only servant maid who helped Jan, and she was only person who took care of Jan. So this was a very pathetic story of Jan Eyre. So we will see what was happening at Lowood and also what was happening at Thornfield. So that we will see in the next videos. Hope you all understood the first video. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.